All right. It is Thursday's edition of Daily Bread coming at you live a little bit right after 4:30 on the East Coast. So to get you right through that last 20 minutes of work before you log off for your West Coast people to get you going, get you that energy afternoon, you came to the right spot to hear about the top plays of the day in college hoops in the NBA sponsored by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be sure to be checking out that handle at the bottom. Give them a follow and DM them to get joined as soon as you can. But as you already know, we got college hoops. Games are currently on. I guess one game, the Sun Belt, started early. Next week is when we get the Sosa. We might have to start doing two shows a day, one just for college basketball before noon, and then one by NBA tip, because next week is the best week where we'll have games going from noon to like midnight if Hawaii's playing or somebody like that. But you already know we had a good night last night. Gonna make another one here live on Twitter. Give us a like, retweet, follow if you already aren't doing that. And on YouTube, definitely be giving us a like. Shout out to our man Jose from Straight Bet Sports. We got Joseph always tapping in with us day in, day out, and Tyler as well.
Yes, sir. You know, I'm over here. I was having a nap, bro. Oh no, my 800 unit lock is in jeopardy. Oh no.
You're gonna quit Twitter if it happens?
Come on, bro. Like, of course. I'm quitting. Nah, I mean, obviously it was a joke, but I'm just glad that we could be on the internet. Have some fun with the homies. You know what I mean?
Yep. I mean, when the one team's just unconscious from three, sometimes those little things happen. But Sosa, that 8,000 unit, I don't know who's going to be coming to look after you. You're going to have to you took like 8 mortgages out on your bankroll. But there you go. I was going to get to that in the building last night. You nailed that game to a T.
So I keep the same energy with Embiid and Harden on the court with Wump. Amen. When's the last time the Lakers were up 16 with a minute left? Okay. All right. Gotta do it. Gotta actually be in that situation, huh? Sorry to say it, man, but
I got a duel for Evan's fanship tonight. I was about to say, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about because St. Joe's and Duquesne don't play till next week.
Interesting.
Yes, sir. UNLV, another solid win. About to say, other than that, in the NBA, Sosa, anything big happened? I mean, Giddey got Rookie of the Month again in the West. I think he's gotten it every single month at this rate. Anyone else have a shot at Rookie of the Year?
Oh, Mobley's probably still going to win it. I mean, don't get it twisted because Giddey put up some numbers, but I don't think Giddey will get Rookie of the Year. I think Mobley still kind of has it on lock. Oklahoma City, they're going to say that his team was trying to lose. So I think that hurts Giddey's chances, to be totally honest with you.
No, not Cade.
Not Cade. Cade missed the beginning of the year, and his team stinks. So it is what it is.
I was about to say, I'm surprised no one's chirped about Scotty yet either. Because I was about to say he might be the one who could make the strongest case for it at the end, but you don't think so either?
Nah, I think Scotty just had a good game. He just had one really good game the other night, but he consistency wise, and I think Mobley's team being in contention and just him contributing to a team that has been rattled with injuries, and I think he's the clear front runner in this one. DeAndre Ayton signed man. This season has turned into some weird shit. Like, if y'all know me before the season, I wasn't like the biggest James Harden fan. I hated Andre Drummond, and now they're giving me another guy who I just can't stand. You know what I mean? So it's like, but I gotta cheer for him because he's wearing my team's uniform. So welcome DeAndre Jordan. Hopefully, he can play 8 to 10 minutes of foul-free basketball, so that Joel could get a break here and there. But I mean, there's no expectations for his bum ass.
No, he might just take some minutes from Millsap, but I don't ever want to see Jordan and Millsap on the court at the same time. Please, Doc. I know you're going to do it, but please don't do it. Don't make us watch that.
Lord,
If he does it in the playoffs, then I'll get angry and start yelling on the stream. But let's get into today's college basketball plays. Some of you might already be sweating plays, but if you tapped in with us on Spaces earlier, thank you for that. With me, Spin, and Sosa and Steven, we broke down the games. Goose, Youth Pastor Rex stays hot. Just let me know when you need to bless them again. And then also, if you wanted to check out, if you weren't up late last night, I joined Jose on Straight Bet Sports. Had a great time on Gorilla Cross Radio. Just chopping up college hoops. I talked about the Big 12 and said how it's the best conference in college hoops this year, and it's not even close.
Yeah, sure.
Hell's back. Yeah, you already know we've been rocking that.
It feels good to be.
I told you I wasn't going to do it, but I lied to you pre-stream. Izzo and the boys, they might get the dub straight out tonight. The talent is not there. It's just, I know Steven would like this play. Can we really just trust Ohio State this late into the season? The narrative of the team needs to win a game to help its seeding. Show me how much that's worked out so far this year. And really, Michigan State's 10-8 in conference play. Ohio State's 11-7. So if Michigan State gets the win, they get even keeled there. I'm backing the team with the better defense. EJ Liddell, he's been the one-man army so far this year, and it's really going to continue to stay that way. If Branham finally wants to show up and get it there, but since Zed Key hasn't been getting his minutes, I just like Michigan State. Sure, they won't own the paint. I expect them to own the three-point arc here. Hopefully they can get some going early and often. Free throw line, pretty fair there, so I'll have to take the +6 -110.
Yes, sir. Yeah, sure.
We got Jay Reach. He was the one who dropped out the Herb Jones steals plus blocks prop yesterday. Shout out to him. Good call there. And then our man Jer, he's dropping plays left and right in the chat all the time. But Sosa, I'm surprised you're not loving the Michigan State play. It's time for Izzo to get himself basically into the conversation. Syracuse will do it too. This is the time that these two schools get themselves on the bubble for no reason.
But it goes with what you say, man. What you said, like, this is the least talented Michigan State team I've seen in forever. And sometimes you just don't got it. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Sometimes the cupboards are a little bare. I love Tom Izzo. I'm on record. You guys know how I feel about him. In this situation, yes, he's worth the gamble, because at the end of the day, you're betting on a guy who has come through. But my Lord, bruh.
Well, what does his offense always have that it doesn't have this year?
I mean, usually the Big Ten is usually super competitive. It's a pretty competitive year too. It's been.
No, I'm just saying there's one thing that you need for an Izzo offense to run, and he doesn't have that senior led or just a scoring while also combo point guard that he needs to run that offense. Tyson Walker.
Cash. What was my man's name who was there most recently, the point guard? Is it Cassius something?
Winston.
Cassius Winston. Right. So yeah, you're right. It's usually him being able to depend on a player who's a leader. And you're right. You kind of pointed at what the issue is. There's no leader. There's nobody on the team that Tom Izzo can extend himself on the floor with. I
like Gabe Brown. I mean, he's your best one, but it's still with the Izzo's offense. And when you've seen they made the runs to the title, I mean, it's forever ago, but when they've been consistent in the top 15, they have that ball dominant point guard. Aaron Henry, I believe, was one of them as well. Yep. They just need players like that to run that. And with AJ Hoggart being the second piece, sophomore, maybe he's got some time to develop into it, but without that pure or combo point guard, and that's a lot to say we're on the +6. Feels like LSU last night, but it is what it is there.
Yes, sir.
Well, LSU ended up. That was a wild ending there.
Mm-hmm.
So we're taking a fishy line here. but we don't care about it. And this is with an under, and I know exactly why it's listed at this spot. It's the under 143.5 in Indiana State, Illinois State. So that's the Missouri Valley Conference game. That gym is just terrible to shoot in. Books have this listed like the last time even they played it, or the analytic websites have at 149 or 150. It's set at 143 for a reason. You can target the first half if you don't want to deal with the fouling, late game situations, but they cut off the 10 extra points, yada, yada, yada. But that's at 67.5 at minus 110 as well. So you could do half and half, whatever you want to do, but we'll rock with the full game under 143.
Yes, sir.
Charge calls are a problem. That was a pretty rough one to call against Eason. Amazing what he's doing this season from the transfer from Cincinnati for LSU. But the guy did walk on the trap where the dude slapped the guy's arms with 7 seconds left where he didn't need to. But the refs, they had themselves involved in that whole game. Both teams were in the bonus in the second half by the 12-minute mark. And it wasn't even close.
In the words of our good friend Andy, the zebras are in the way. They are. The zebras are fucking up the money. Hey, but listen, they also helped us a couple times this year too. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's just one of them things where you just
I cashed both the bets on it last night, but I'm just feeling everyone's pain. And for the guys, like I know Sam, I was chopping it up with him. LSU blew both of the games against Arkansas, and that would have been huge for seeding, even if they would have gotten this one. Iowa at Michigan, I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah, I know D-Rock will give you a bet on that one.
Yeah, he was high on Michigan to roll it again.
When is he not high on Michigan? It's like Michigan's like his crystal meth, He loves them. He just loves them.
-2 at home. I just feel like with Phil, they've been flip-flopping. And at this one, last time they were listed at this -2, right at the pick-em price, I was against Illinois at home, and Illinois came in and rocked them. I know it's not – is it Michigan senior night? I don't really care with senior nights. I don't think that plays a role either.
Yeah, like none of their best players are seniors. So it doesn't – yes, that's
and then last one, we'll take the second fishy line of the day, Central Florida, -2, -110. Not chasing steam on this one. Opened at a pick. The books have told you, even though the money's coming in on Tulane, Central Florida still has moved up. So you can take them on a -130 money line here. These two teams are just in the different directions. I just purely believe that Tulane, they probably won't break 72 tonight. And that's where I think UCF, their defense, I'm backing the better defense once again. And UCF can control the 3. Tulane, they're a team that likes to live and die by the 3. So does UCF. So you could see a potential over, but we'll just rock with the UCF -2, -110.
Yes, sir. That like I like to stay quiet during that section just because, the college basketball results speak for themselves. I mean, I don't know if you're having discussions with these referees before games or what. But
yeah, the extra, you always know you got to get the lean. I think Dunk City is a good look tonight.
You said Will Wade late game. Listen, Will Wade most game. Like he sucks, bro. Will sucks. And I was wrong about Nate Oates too. He's ass too. But I'll make this statement on March 3rd, Thursday, March 3rd. One of those teams will be in the Sweet 16. One of the two, LSU or Alabama. I guarantee you one of them is going to be in there. And it won't be because of the coaches. Because good Lord, I was wrong about Nate Oates. Boy, is he fucking horrible, bro. He stinks. He stinks.
Is it he stinks or is it just his style?
It's him. No, it's him. It's him. It's him. Same goes for Will Wade. Like with the talent that
we knew that about Wade.
The talent that Will Wade got at LSU, there's no reason for them to be looking this bad. I mean, like they go 5-6 minutes without a bucket. I mean, they'll go like 5 possessions where they'll turn it over 3 times. Like Will Wade sucks, bro. It's fucking terrible. Be honest
Yeah,
here.
it's once again one Pinson got off the court last night. That's when it always got sketchy, except for in that second half run when the East and when they made their small forward basically their point guard. That was the thing that turned that game and kept them there. But let's get into the NBA plays of the day. We're closer to tip, so hopefully that gives us a little bit better read on the injury reports, but you never know with the NBA.
Oh yeah. Tonight we get the Slim Reaper back. KD, Mister No Bitches. Yeah, he's
And you're
back.
going and you're gonna bet on it? I thought we fade when the star gets back.
Hey man, listen, KD different. KD different. KD wouldn't be playing tonight if he wasn't right. I heard him in the press conferences today. I watched it actually. I think that he's going to come out and beat Kevin Durant. And if I can get Kevin Durant at over 23.5 points, I'm taking it. I'm taking a ticket on it. Minus 110, Kevin Durant over 23.5 is my first play. You know who he is.
I don't know. I don't know if I've ever seen him play before.
Kevin Durant, man. He's a walking bucket. The kid can drop 20. The dude can drop 25 with his eyes closed in any gymnasium. He's just one of them guys, bro. KD over 23.5. And I actually have two. I only have 3 plays total. 2 are from this game. The second play for this game is the over. Well, we've seen Miami give up. We've seen Miami give up a lot of points. Last night, they're on a back-to-back last night, and you talk about losing a heartbreaker. Oh my God, the refs in that game were fucking terrible. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with the over 221, I believe was the number I got it at 221.5 minus 110 Miami versus Brooklyn. I just think that KD comes out locked in. I think he comes out locked in. He understands what he got to do. And it is what it is.
Yeah, I would want nothing to do with this Nets game tonight. I'll probably definitely be watching it, but just from a gambling perspective, I just don't want the one where all the attention is at. I like betting the lower ones, you know that.
Bro, they're really losing. This is crazy. South Alabama's losing right now by 5.
Well, it's because they UALR shot 9 for 13 from 3 in the first half, when the most threes they've ever made in a game is 16 this season, and they just got unconscious from deep. This shit's happened.
Hey man,
They lost 77-46 the first time they played. They made 13 total baskets the entire game the first time they met. College hoops. You gotta love it. You gotta love it. 13 total baskets, and I think they have more than 13 threes this game.
Shit's insane. Butler caused heat last night. You know what, man? I don't think Butler. They should have called a fucking foul on Giannis. They didn't. That was just bad. Giannis fouled the fuck out of Jimmy Butler. They gave him a call that was a home call. They gave him the jump ball. Obviously, Giannis got the jump ball, and then Giroux finished the game. But if you were really watching that game, Miami got fucking hosed. That was a 100% a foul on Giannis, and they did not call it. And they gave him a fucking jump ball. That was so disrespectful. It was sickening. And I have one more NBA play, and that's in the Chicago
Bulls it would be
versus the Atlanta Hawks. And we're back with DeMar. DeMar over 28.5. We know that the last time they played, it didn't look good. Also, they're not a team with an extremely high winning record. Chicago struggles against teams with a winning record over 60% of their if they've won 60% of their games. They're 1-11 against teams with a win percentage of 600 or higher. And Atlanta does not fit that criteria. So I expect it to, 1, be competitive. 2, I expect for the Bulls to perform well against the backcourt of Atlanta. I'm not a huge believer in Chicago on the road. That's why I have no play on the side. But I do like DeMar DeRozan over 28.5 points at minus 110. It's just, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Perfect bounce back moment for him, in my opinion.
Even though you don't have any plays in these other games yet, we still got to talk about them because we got over 75 people tapping in with us. We appreciate all of you doing that. Make sure to give us a like or retweet if you're watching us on Twitter, and give us a like if you're watching us on YouTube. We appreciate it. But Sosa, should we fly? Memphis Dogs at Boston. It flipped. The line flipped. We got to talk about it.
Hey, if I had to pick, I would be picking Memphis in this spot. I don't really understand it, but again, I mean, Boston's playing good ball. They've been playing good ball since the new year. Everyone knows that.
Jaylen Brown's the only one that looks to be out for them.
And if he's not,
Memphis, really no one knew. No one's out, going to be out for them. It's just strange when it flipped. That was the only thing that caught my eye, and that's what I think the books are telling you. They must have took enough money, or they know something that we don't hear.
Jalen's not playing.
Well, we knew that, but no, it flipped to the Celtics' favor.
Yeah, I said it doesn't make sense. If Jalen's not playing, I really don't know if I would want any parts. I think it just might be like a matchup thing. I think maybe that Boston just matches up well with them, with or without him.
Was Marcus Smart just going to bully the fuck out of Ja the whole night? Really? That's really the only doesn't make sense to me. Going to stay away from it. Yep.
All I know is that's what I can't anticipate anybody shutting Ja down, but coming off a 50 ball, he's got Ja went from 46 to 52. It's kind of like what the hell is he going to do next? You know what I mean? He's got 98 points, or I'm sorry, 98 points combined in his last two games. So I really don't
skip over the Detroit-Toronto game. We'll skip over Sacramento versus the Spurs, even though the Spurs could be a decent look, just because Sacramento off a back-to-back looked putrid against the Pels last night. Sad that to become an official play on the show. It is what it is on that one. Golden State at Dallas. We got to talk about the other game that's a fishy line.
I don't even think it's that fishy. No Draymond, no Iggy. The team doesn't perform as well.
It's only -2. That's why I think it's fishy. I think, as well as it says, I think the Mavs should be like a 4-point favorite here.
I think it's exactly where it should be. I honestly do. Dallas plays everyone close, even though they win games. They don't really run anybody out of the gym. I think they match up with this version of the Warriors very well, but it's a no play for me because I just think that whenever we hear like Golden State doing these interviews where it seems like things are negative, or they come out and they stick it to you the next game. And Jordan Poole, they were doing an interview with him where he's complaining about, well, not complaining, but he's like, I'm just glad I'm playing, he's one of those players who came out at the beginning of the year, looked really good. Clay came back and obviously his minutes have been affected. His production's been affected, but
well, this is where my play in the game. This is where I got my play at.
All right. What we on tonight?
All right. You ready for this? So we're not going, this isn't a trends play. I mean, Clay's my profile picture. I have no bias. I don't think I've bet on Clay once the whole season since he's been back. It's just the funniest fucking picture ever because just imagine telling him to sit there with that stupid background, hold a basketball, and make the 3-point sign. He was baked out of his mind. But Warriors, when they're revenging an opponent this season, 12-6 ATS, 15-3 straight up, 11-6 to the over. I got to take the Warriors on the money line here just because it's at that +2. Not really worth it. So I'll be playing the Warriors on the money line at +115. And the way you said it is, I just think the Mavs should be a bigger favorites. And what you're saying just rings true is they have some nice leads. And then it's just if the Luka show isn't rolling, they're still lacking that second pure scorer out there. Where
they had no reason letting the Lakers back in the game the other night. And then LeBron's bitch ass blew the cover because he needed that extra bucket at the end to cut it to 5. Fucking hate that guy, bro.
Who, Tex? You ever see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood where he goes, you had some stupid name. It was Tex, right?
I'm a fan, man. I'm a fan of the film.
Great fucking movie.
Just confirm it. Yeah, man. Chasing Kareem. Hashtag just a kid from Akron.
Yeah, we're not talking about that game.
Hashtag I'm a bozo. Hashtag I'm insecure at 37 and need hair plugs. Hashtag I have a motherfucking lace front on. Hashtag
I'm not ending the show this time. I'm going to see how many you can get out of you before we keep going because they're too good right now.
hashtag I only want to play with my son. Pause.
All right, that one has to be a